For as long as I can remember, my brother and I have been going on adventures and finding little hidden pockets to explore. Having Western Oregon as a playground growing up is something I hold near and dear to my heart. I'm glad that fly fishing has taken us to some of the most beautiful places that I've ever seen and rewarded us with countless wild trout on dry flies. I feel grateful that we still go out seeking new adventures and get rewarded with hidden gems along the way. On a recent trip to help our mom celebrate a milestone birthday, we decided to take the scenic way home instead of the interstate and camp and fish along the way. I had scouted some smaller creeks that looked as though they could potentially have some good dispersed camping and possibly hold some fish. One creek in particular drained into one of our favorite rivers that we knew we would also like to fish, and when we arrived, we found ourselves in awe of the place. Sadly, the fishing was a bit slow, but we were able to coax some fish to the fly and did some scouting for a future trip. I have a feeling that we're going to have to come back sometime and really do a deep dive into this special place. Throughout history, anglers have come up with theories, hypotheses, excuses, or whatever you want to call it, as to why the fishing may be slow on that particular day. Moon cycles, overfishing, habitat degradation, lack of preparation, poor technique. All of these have merit, but I also think that sometimes you are just in the wrong place at the wrong time. We moved down to the larger river that the beautiful creek drained into, hoping that we would connect with some bigger fish. I was able to get a very hard grab on the trout spay rod, and Adam got a few rejection rises, but Lady Luck was not with us that day, and that's just fine. If you fish enough, I think you learn that it all averages out eventually. Some days it's hot, some days it's not. We packed up and drove to my brother's house and picked up his son Virgil, then headed back out to the river to see what a new day would have in store for us. Virgil was eager to fish a spot that he had done well at in the past, and we were eager to actually see some fish come up for our flies. It turned out that Virgil was the good luck charm that we needed all along. It's amazing to see him progress as an angler, and he's pretty darn cute in his waders and pretty excited to be out fishing. Time spent out in these places searching for wild trout is time well spent. Couple that with time spent with your family, and it's pretty hard to beat. Some of my best childhood memories are of camping trips. I really hope that for Virgil, these adventures will make some lasting memories for him. He's a pretty great kid, and I think we all share in the excitement of catching a nice fish and spending some quality time together. On the way home, we stopped by one more drainage to get in some more fishing before it was time to call it quits for this trip. This particular creek is heavily stocked, and as it turns out, is a great place to take kids. I'm really not a fan of fishing for hatchery fish, and I fully understand the contradiction in showing these fish in a series called All Things Wild, but that's just it. Sadly, all things aren't wild, and I don't know that they ever will be again. Neither my brother nor I really had a fishing mentor growing up. We had each other and some friends that also shared in our angling passion. We taught each other. In Virgil's case, I hope that if he does choose to continue fly fishing, that he's able to look back on trips like this and truly understand the importance of preserving and protecting wild fish, and hopefully pass that belief system on to someone else. I can always hope. We'll see you again next time. Thanks for coming along for the journey. Cheers.